Alright, what is going on, folks? Randy here with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you a Dynamite video today. We are playing the Lord of the Rings Rise to War, and in today's video, we are doing it with our new Yeti X mic. Shout out to the blue Logitech Yeti X mic, because this thing sounds like an angel floating on a river of butter. Listen to my voice in your sleep, yes. Anyways, in today's video, we are covering a Witch King physical build as it smokes this fantastic whale Gandalf the White. So the Witch King build right now is rocking mostly purple gear. I am, of course, rocking my Orthanc Devilry with the Opportune Strike ability, okay, to give my units a 83% chance to roll their max damage roll, which is huge if you're going to run Snagas as a physical damage build. Snagas have a massive damage range of 6 through 66, so you want to hit up in that upper range, otherwise you're not going to deal any damage at all, okay? And I've seen Snaga hits, deal like 4,500 damage. So you definitely want to have strong damage rolls, which makes that item best in slot for Snagas, okay? The other items I'm using are just standard purples for Witch King. I got the Cutlass with Melee Might. Okay, I've got the Scale Mail with Defense and Melee Vigor. You can also run the Hurbyuk with Shroud, would be pretty strong for RP servers, okay? Then we have Horseman's Helm, just some basic items, right? Some anti-stun for 2 rounds. I'm not using all my meta gold gear. The only piece of gold gear I'm using is the Orthanc Devilry. And really, 83% is a little bit overkill. You really only need it to be at the 66, which I believe is 2 or 3 star refinement. So I think at 2 stars it's 50%, at 3 stars it's 66 or whatever, something like that. So what I would say is 2 to 3 refinement is fine for this build, okay? Skill-wise, I am running 15 points on Lord of the Nazgul. This is going to be kind of your bar mat, if you will. Any extra points you have at the end of the night is going to go into the bar mat. So the Lord of the Nazgul is the afterthought. Depending on your respect level, you may have it max. You may have it with 7 points in it, right? The ones that you want max are going to be Black Captain. You need this maxed out. 22 out of 29. And then put your extra points into Morgul Commander, okay? Down here in Lord of Minas Morgul, you're going to want to run 14 out of 15 points in Minas Morgul, put 7 points in Chaotic Retreat for minus 35 defense, and then 7 more points in Dishearten for negative damage on the enemy, okay? Now, it's really key that you run Lord of Minas Morgul and you run 1 command of Fell Beasts. This is going to help you counter enemy commanders, okay? This is going to keep your little squishy orcs and orcais from getting completely blapperooed in the face by enemy commanders. This ability will give the enemy commanders minus 42 might and focus, and I'm going to have minus 30% additional damage to them through Lord of the Nazgul. Okay, so I basically turn enemy commander damage units into wet floppy noodles, which is fantastic. All right, so that's the goal. Other than that, I run a nice balanced march of Snagas. I run about 2,000 Snagas, anywhere from 1,600 to 2,000 Snagas. I'll run Reapers for the balance, and then, like I said, 1 command worth of Fell Beast to get that debuff, okay? And you can see here the debuff against Gandalf. He did lose minus 42 focus, so he's under 300 right now. And he has a damage-built Gandalf in here with the white maxed out with high damage, okay? And let's talk about the Gandalf build while we're here, okay? So I am fighting against a pretty decently geared out Gandalf. I'd say our gear levels, mine's a little bit better, but he does have some 5-star purples and a 3-star yellow. Obviously, I have a 4-star yellow with 4 refinement, so my gear is a little bit better, but it's not crazy better. It's not like we're playing different ball games, okay? We're talking like just the next level up, right? He's also running Bree Riders, which help counter Witch King because they can purge the increased burn damage received. They can purge the stuns from Nazgul stun. They can purge Dishearten, which is going to be a negative damage debuff. So Bree Riders actually counter Witch King and Mouth of Sauron and a lot of the Ringwraith commanders very hard because they have a cleanse every single turn. They cleanse a negative status effect, okay? Bree Riders are super strong. I love them. Okay, so he's running that for his gear. I'm just jumping all over the place, sorry. Reach a Rittermark for some speed and damage. Chest piece, anti-burn. Fortunately for him, I didn't run burn damage this time. Horseman's Helm with some defense and anti-stun. And then we have hit lane with HP and a heal nuke, okay? Skill-wise, 15 points in the white, 1 point in blind side, so he'll have the stun, he'll have some decent commander damage if I didn't cut his commander's balls off, which I did. Then we have the wizard, Surge, he's just getting more things to trigger the white. Down here, you see, this is a weird build. I don't like this. This isn't good for me. I would max out the White Council because now you're losing a 4th instance of gaining negative damage received. So room for improvement for this, folks. Change the White Council. Put 15 out of 15 in the White Council. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. He's got a mixture of points in High Alert. He's got some in Champion of the Light. His points in this tree are kind of all over the place. What I would like to see happen is take some points out of the White. Let's be honest, guys. Gandalf the White is never going to be a good damage dealer. So because of that, he is wasting 15 skill points here where he could just have 2. He basically is throwing 13 skill points directly in the trash can, which he could have maxing out some of these other abilities, okay? He doesn't even have his heal. He has all this useless damage from Gandalf the White, who doesn't deal damage, right? He's like the most geared whale Gandalf the White you're ever going to see, maybe he'll break 100k damage. Like, it's a maybe, you know. Against a perfect combination, maybe you'll hit like 120. And that's like with Gandalf the White's weapon, right? Or 130, I don't know. With Gandalf's R10 weapon, you could maybe, like if the stars aligned and you have a maxed out Gandalf weapon, break 130, I don't know. So it's just not worth 13 extra points. Put those 13 points somewhere more useful. Max out your White Council tree, okay? Let's get Champion of the Light maxed out. Increase your damage output. Let's get the heal in there. The heal is going to be about 25,000 healing, even though it doesn't trigger until later in the fight. Okay, so that's my rant on this Gandalf. Room for improvement for Ishtar's Gandalf the White. Into the report itself, let's take a look. So the enemy, the Bree Riders, like I expected, did the best. They probably cleansed a whole bunch of negative debuffs. I know they did. They cleansed a whole bunch of negative debuffs and therefore were able to probably sustain a lot higher damage output. They also had a higher count. So very nice there. This is a weird build he has. I probably smoked these units with my Snagas. Overall damage output, right? I'm running a similar command number. Okay, yeah, I have 7 more command worth of Snagas than I do Reapers, but it's really not a massive difference, right? I have 37 command of Snagas, and I have 41 command of, I can't do math anymore. You get the picture, okay? Oh my God, I can't, just tell me to shut up. Anyways, I have a similar number of Snagas versus Reapers for command-wise, slightly higher on the Snaga side. You can see the Snagas clearly took the cake here, okay? They went in and they just put out ginormous damage. So there is an argument to be made. Maybe you have 3,000 Snagas. Maybe we drop the Reapers and we just put in some super-duper tanky trolls. I don't know. But there's definitely an argument to be made for that. I would definitely think about that as I build my Witch King physical build moving forward. I'll probably try moving this up to 3,000 Snagas and see if, see what happens then, you know. But I do like the idea that Reapers, so this Gandalf isn't running ranged units. And I know I'm getting long into the video and you want to see the report. I'm just talking through all the logic, okay? If he had ranged units, my Reapers would be a little bit more useful because they would jump right to the back line and kill the enemy ranged, which is why I'm carrying them. I just naturally assume Gandalfs are carrying Bow Knights, right? Because they almost always are. I can't believe this guy has Cavaliers instead of Bow Knights. Another improvement for Ishtar. Run Bow Knights instead of Cavaliers, okay? Come on, bro. So that would be my room for improvement on that, all right? Let's look at the report itself, and let me know if you like my new audio. I'm still messing around with the settings. I don't know what all the buttons do. There's a few buttons here. So if you guys feel like you have feedback for my audio, please provide it. Or if you think my voice sounds like an angel and you want to send me money, I'll start an OnlyFans. Like, let's go, you know? All right, here we go. Oh, yeah, maybe. Let's get right into round 1. This should be good. Even though Gandalf's going to give his units the White, right, White Council, for minus 23% damage received, I am going to smack them in the face. Here is my opportune strike triggering on my Snagas. I now have 69 max damage on my Snagas. Here we go. Here's a punch. So again, the Cataphracts are taking minus 23% damage received. They also, right, already have minus 25% damage received from my Snagas just by Cataphract's inherent buffs. They're extremely tanky. So this is 48. This is damage that's been reduced by 48% between Gandalf's damage mitigation from the White Council and the Cataphract's inherent damage mitigation. This is the 48% damage mitigation. Okay, think about that. That's a lot of damage. The Reapers coming in, hitting the Bree Riders for 15k. What do the Bree Riders purge, by the way? I'm just going to see. Do they purge yet? Are they stunned? Where are they? They're going to come up right here. So the Bree Riders cured their... Oh, that's great. They cured their minus 35 defense debuff. So now they're going to have 35 more defense. Just what I need. That's great. Okay. They're coming in. They're not dealing a whole lot of damage to my Fell Beasts. My Fell Beasts are absolutely beautiful tanks. Even one command is able to survive against 1,600 Bree Riders. Fell Beasts have minus 60% damage received. I mean, they are pretty baller. You can't deny it. All right. Snaga's coming in, hitting the Cavaliers. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of a bigger hit on the Cavaliers here. Let me just make sure my damage range. My damage range remained at 69. They came in, the Snagas punched the Cavaliers for 41,000, then hit a second time for 22,000. Absolutely fantastic. And yes, the Snagas only apply their plus 100% damage buff to their first damage instance. Another fun fact, if the enemy dodges the damage buff, it doesn't go away. It stacks. You can have unlimited number, well, I guess up to 10, right? You can have up to 10 stacks. Let's just say that the enemy dodged all rounds 1 through 9. You get to round 10, your Snagas are going at it. They will deal the full amount of damage, okay? You know, of course, they've probably lost some units by then, but however many are left, they will have plus, stacking damage, which is crazy. So I don't like fighting Gandalf the Greys, but the nice thing about with my Witch King, let me clarify, my Agzok has been, and my Mouth of Sauron has been just eating them for lunch, but now my Witch King can eat them for lunch, because even though they dodge on rounds 1, 3, 6, and 9, that's fine. You can dodge my Snagas. I'll get you next turn. I'll still hit you, and it'll hit 200% damage because you dodged the first hit. So something to think about. It's cool. It's cool. Here's the Reapers coming in hot and heavy with a double strike. Let's jump to round 5. Did this even last until round 5? Let me see what my Reapers look like maxed out. Okay. Here's the Reapers in round 5 plus 70% damage. How many Reapers are left alive? I have 2,900 Reapers left alive. I have 1,550 Snagas left alive. That's almost identical amounts of command. One less command of Reapers than the Snagas, okay? So this will be a great damage comparison for you, okay? Here we go. 1,400 Snagas left alive. They took damage multiple times right now. We are going to hit the Bree Riders for 31,533. Now keep in mind, the Reapers do have that minus 35 defense that was purged. So I just want to point that out for you, okay? All right, well, that's the video, folks. I mean, you get the general gist of it. You saw what happened. You saw the absolute domination we were able to put on with the clinic here with the Witch King against Gandalf the White. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the audio, let me know. Randy out.